Hello, family. Welcome to this service. Go quick one. There is a video that I saw trending online that a lady confessed that she went to see a spiritual father, but her spiritual father wanted her body. So many things happened in this story. Live, she was sharing her story, and David Uche was also it was invited her as well. So she said, "I went to my spiritual father, but she wanted my body. She wanted to." So I want you to take your time to watch this video. You will learn something. Keep it locked. Watch. I'll be right back.
These people are nonsense. They destroyed my marriage. I was married to a pastor. We were both in church. And somehow we met this couple that they said, no, we are you guys spiritual fathers. Okay, everything was going well. Until they started telling me that God said I need to divorce my husband because we are not meant to be. And I was confused. I'm like, divorce? Why? He said, no, you are bewitching him spiritually. I said, no, I'm not doing anything. If it's spiritually, I don't know about it. Okay, let God deliver me then. They said, no, you guys need to split. God doesn't want this marriage. And then they told me to shave my hair. I refused. They are staying in Pretoria East, Silver Lakes. This is the church on the road. The wife is Beatrice. I'll send you the picture. And you will see how they do prophecies, what. So, and then one day during our divorce, the pastor, the husband, called me to the office, and he told me I had a issue that I could not reach during during like the sexual interaction with my husband. He said, no, God told me.
Okay, wait. He said you had an issue that he could not what?
He said I had an issue. He called me in his office. He said I had an issue. That I was not sexually satisfied with my ex-husband. But he was speaking very vulgar. The wife was not there. He was using very bad words that I can't even mention.
Okay, wait. When you called you to the office, had you divorced already?
No.
Or you were still with your husband?
Yes, and my husband was a pastor at his church.
Yeah, so you went there alone. Where was your husband when you went to the office?
He was at work. But I told him I'm going.
Okay.
I thought maybe he wanted counseling us because by that time I was depressed. I didn't want divorce. So I thought, okay, maybe he wants to counsel. Maybe he wants to talk about something or pray for me.
So this divorce was instigated by the pastor. It's the pastor who said you two must divorce.
Yes.
So you guys, you listened to the pastor and you started the divorce process.
No, I didn't start. My ex-husband started. I didn't start. I was refusing. I didn't want because I felt there was nothing there. So they told him, no, for your prophecy to have power, you need to marry a woman that is a virgin. So while I was in church, there was this girl, 17 years old. My ex-husband was busy there. So I felt like, you know what? I don't want to be a part of it. It's damaging my mind. Why would God do such? And then they told my ex-husband now for his powers to activate because now he's prophesying also. He needed to marry a woman that is the virgin and so that the ritual can be done. So they asked me to shave my head and give them my hair. I refused. It's where now he called me, the man, told me, the wife asked me, give me your hair. I lied to her. I said, okay, I'm going to cut it and give it, but I refused. I didn't do it. And then the husband called me, said, I want to talk to you. Come to my office. As I got there, he started telling me weird stuff. Like, hey, I'm seeing that you've never reached the point. So God told me I need to help you with such. So I'm going to book a room and you need to remove your clothes. And then I need to bath. Like, you need to bath. I'll put something in the water and I need to bath you. No, you need to bath and I'll be there praying in the room. And after that, there's some ointment oil that I will have to pass through you. And whatever it's happening to you, it's going to move. So whatever he was talking at that moment, my mind was not coping because I felt like this is not happening to me. No, God, this is not happening. No, this is my spiritual dad. Why is he? I saw him as a very holy man. So I felt like, no, this man is traumatizing. What? They said, no, actually, spiritually, I've seen you naked many times. I've removed things from your private part. While spiritually, I'm your father. And then there were times that today I recall, there were times that he would just come and hug me, you see, and hug me in a weird way and like hold me and feel my body. Literally, I swear to God.
How weird was he hugging you?
And he was hugging me from the front, even lifting me up, but putting my chest against his chest.
In public?
No, in his house. And he would tell me, this is the father's hug. I would feel weird, but I wouldn't confront.
What will you do when he hugs you and he lifts you up like that?
I would feel weird. I was like, how? And then he would try to tell me when he would see that I wasn't comfortable, he'll say, no, this is a father's hug. I'm hugging you like a father because now you don't have a father in your life. And then until there, it was okay. So there was a time where he told me, no, I need to go to a hotel room, but I don't want you to tell your husband because he's not going to believe what God is about to do. It needs to be a secret between me and you. Let God operate. But and then who saved me was this guy, he was a pastor from another church. He wasn't really a pastor, but he was someone that he would come with a group to pray for me in my house from another church. He's the one who opened the Bible and said, no, man, there's nothing like this in the Bible. You need to refuse. This man wants to sleep with you. And I couldn't see, my eyes were blind. And he would tell me, no, I gave my wife 50K, but I'm going to give you 100K. Things that today I can see this man wanted me in a sexual way. And then he begged me. I still have the message. He begged me, saying, please don't tell anyone about the room. This is what the will of God wanted to do. When we were not going there to do anything, I was just going to there to put oil on your body so that you can be strong, because this oil is from heaven. It's not a normal oil. Today I feel so stupid, man of God.
And you believe?
I was believing. If it was not this guy from this other church, I would have slept with that man of God. Because he told me, no, you need to be naked, but please don't tell. I'm not even going to tell my wife. It's going to be during the afternoon. And since God says to not get drunk, but we can have a glass of wine, that man was trying to marinate me, and I was delusional.
We said, God said we must not be drunk, but we can have a glass of wine.
Yes, for you to be comfortable, so that I can perform whatever the will of God wants in your life.
So God wanted you to be tipsy before he delivers you.
Yes.
Hey.
And he would tell me stories while I was in his house like this with the wife. Maybe the wife is in the room. I even saw one day, the wife was very angry at me that the wife went somewhere, so I was busy in the kitchen because I used to go there to clean and cook. He started telling me weird stories and talking about my body. I even started looking down. He was like, no, you have a very big bum. And that girl that I was dating, she didn't have such a bum like this. Conversation that for a man of God doesn't fit. Talking
How
about
were you
my
dressed when
body.
you were going to his house?
How I was?
How were you dressed up when you were going to his house?
Very well dressed. Very well. I used to even make sure I cover my body.
So where was he seeing the big bums?
I don't know. Maybe from church. Sometimes I wouldn't, of course, I would wear normal clothes. So you can see I do have a body that is. So he would tell, and that day he started that conversation. It was that day only, but I don't think that's appropriate for a man of God to speak about a woman that's not his wife's attributes, saying that there was another woman in his life. talking, and he would even ask me about my exes, who did this to me, and I wouldn't respond to him. I should tell him my sexual life, who did what. And I felt like, no, this is not for you, because now I'm married. Why you wanna know who did what to me? He wanted to know which man was doing me whatever. That was not right.
You wanted to know which man was doing you what?
He wanted to know, like, which was the best man in my entire life, that, and whatever he did in the bedroom, how was it?
And you would give him all that information.
No. I was clueless at the time. I felt uncomfortable because now that man was my spiritual father. It was my dad. I loved him. I never thought. I was very disappointed.
Okay, why were you going to clean at his house? They didn't have a helper or something.
They did, but they would send away. They would say, no, God would bless us. We must clean there. They were just using us. We were going every day to clean, cook for them.
You would go on a daily basis to cook and clean for them.
Yes. And the wife would go, he would stay there talking to me, and the wife would come back, she would become angry but at that time I saw him as a dad. That's where it disappointed me when the bedroom part came.
What about your husband? Who was looking after your husband when you were busy looking after your pastor?
My ex-husband, he was at work because we ended up divorcing. He was at work and he really trusted those people. He's a good man. I'm not gonna lie about him. Even though it didn't work between us, he's a good man. And he trusted those people. And even me, I couldn't see. I loved that man as my spiritual father.
Even now?
No, I loved him in the past. No, now I don't want to talk to them anymore. I'm done. This is the bare minimum. There were many other things that happened there. It's a whole lot of messed up thing. I came out of there damaged, mentally damaged. I had to go to a psychologist because I think they wanted to perform ritual. They were ritualists because whatever they were asking me to do, it was not compensating. I was not in peace. I couldn't pray. I started praying now. So I have this friend that she started calling me to go to David Uche. And then because I'm in Pretoria, and then I said, no, I don't want to go there because I don't trust that man either.
Wait, are you going to Uche now?
No. My friend, she wants to take me there for deliverance. I'm not going to any. I don't want to know about prophets. I don't want. I'm done with prophesying people.
You don't need any deliverance, my sister. If you were going to go to Uche, that was you jumping from the frying pan straight into the fire.
And it's not even the only one because even when I went to Mozambique, I met another man of God. He's also an apostle. There's a huge church where people are falling down, but he was sending me his pictures. I even told him to stop because I was about to expose him. So I'm done with prophets, these things, because where I'm going, I don't know what they want to take advantage in the name of God, especially when I go to places where they say, I want to prophesy. Now I'm going to a simple church. There's no such. But this prophetic, apostolic, what, I'm done. So my friend is there. She's in love with David Uche. She's there. She don't want to leave.
I'm sure she was eaten already.
I don't know about that, but I
know,
thought that this one she's in love because the way she talks about him, she's like, oh, he's very handsome. So I told her, I don't see that. Anyways, he's not my type. She's like, oh, no, I want to go there.
He was probably promised marriage by Uche because Uche promises marriage to all his female members.
I don't know. But all of a sudden, she's no longer talking to me because I told her the reason why I don't want to go to David Uche, I feel like it's a publicity with people's lives.
Take out that one. Don't even if you get bored, desperate, but rather go to Isangoma straight. Don't go to Uche.
No, I don't want to go to Uche.
Of all the mistakes you can make, rather go to a normal Sangoma who's doing his practices somewhere and do your thing. Don't go to that one of Uche.
I felt like also she was bewitched because
Spiritual,
This friend of mine, she
emotionally, and physically.
fell in love with him. She's in love with him. And I don't know what's going on. I don't want to say things that I don't know, but she is in love. She's deeply in love with David Uche.
Like she was eaten away. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Your friend was already eaten. And she's expecting marriage.
So I don't want. I'm done, prophets. I'm done.
She was used for
Yeah.
fraud. And all
No,
those
she's
are
there. And something told me I must not go there. I felt like no. When I saw the way he speaks to people, the way he exposes people, I feel like no. I have kids. I don't want my life to be exposed. I'm following God in another church that there's no such things, but no, I don't want. And even one of David Uche's sons, he called me. That was 2 weeks ago through this friend of mine. So he said, "No, there's a man that he wants to get married. He needs a woman of God." So I said, "No, I'm not available." So they were angry why I'm not available because now I'm single.
who's looking for a woman to marry, Uche or Uche's son.
So his sons, apparently his sons. So she told him, "No, I have a friend. She's beautiful, whatever." So I said, "No, I'm not available." So they said, "Why you don't want to get married?" So I said, "No, I'm taking time for myself. You need to respect that." They said, "No, that's the will of God." I said, "No,
Is it your
don't
friend
put
that
me
you?
there."
I can tell you one thing for sure. Your friend has probably shown your pictures to Uche, to Uche's boys, and they've already told Uche your story, everything about you, and everything you have gone through.
Yes,
The day
because
you
he told
go to
me, he
Uche,
said, I must go there.
the day you go to Uche, you'll be prophesied.
Yes, because she told me I must go there. He wanted to speak to me because
Exactly.
he doesn't do 1-1 to anyone, but he wanted to do 1-1 with me. So I felt like, no, another people putting me into such again. I don't want. Why 1-1 private? I'm done with this private thing.
Uche wants to see you one on one.
Yes, what she told me. And then one of his boys called me. I have his number here. One of his boys called me. And he said, "No, actually, there's a man of God. He's looking for a woman. I'm not pressuring you, but it's the will of God. It's what I saw for your life." So I said, "No." He said, "No, are you dating?" So I said, "No, I'm not dating, but I'm taking time for myself. And I don't think anyone should force me onto such." He said, "No, go there." No, they started, the way she was pressurizing me, I felt uncomfortable. So I don't know.
The pictures were shared to Uche already. Uche is expecting you. Today you
No,
either call you for one on one and you know what will happen, or you prophesy in public and embarrass you in a way that you.
exactly. And the other thing is, why are you forcing me? And God didn't tell me. I haven't seen any dream. Why are they forcing me? It's what I asked my friend. I said, "I'm sorry, but why are you forcing me?" She became very angry. She blocked me. And then today she sent me a message saying, I moved. I'm staying in Renberg near the church. Look, I'm going to send you all those text messages. I moved. I'm staying near David Uche's church. I'm like, sharp. Don't worry about me. I answered her saying, "Don't worry about me." They were even telling me, we are prophesying. If you tell people about us, you're going to die. But I felt like, no, these people are wrong. They are the ones who did me wrong. Why am I keeping them? I'll make sure I expose them. And whatever they did to us a church, they destroyed my marriage. They destroyed my life.
What's the name of this prophet who separated you and your husband?
I will send you the
Okay,
church on your private.
okay, you must send me the thing and I will check it out. That's a big
You
thing.
you will see them. When you see them, the wife, she wears orange hair. Sometimes she wears red hair, and she wears long nails like a witch, boots, even short skirts. She calls herself a woman of God, and she'll be walking up and down doing the things. Because even the way she got married with that man was married. He paid lobola for a woman, that pastor, this apostle Lumko. He was married. He paid lobola for a woman. The woman was pregnant. And then he told me that God told him to leave that woman and marry someone else. because that woman is a witch. So he got married twice. A man of God getting married twice. I said, no, God said those women are witches. I must marry someone else. So I felt like, no, how can you marry someone else and you pay lobola and that? She's a witch. Doesn't God have power to deliver? She's a witch. Ah, no, there's no deliverance for them. They must just remarry another person. So I felt like, no, it's not right. There's a lot about them, a lot. They've been even threatening my life, but I'm not going to keep quiet. If people are watching me, you guys need to watch out. Pretoria East, Apostle Beatrice and her husband Dumko. They were the ones that they destroyed people's lives through prophecies, saying people are witches. People are doing this. And at the end of the day, you see that, no, those people are occult.
Things are really happening. That's why I always say, be careful of those you listen to. Be careful of this spiritual father. You will be a victim of them. You will surely be a victim. Be careful, run away from them. Follow Christ is enough. Oh. Well, I'm not going to say much. God bless you and bye for now.